Hello, hello, and welcome to today's video. In today's video, we're going over some of the biggest mistakes and patterns that couples fall into when they're trying to rebuild trust that keep them stuck. Okay, and this is based off of my personal experience as well as my personal experience coaching couples all over the world to rebuild trust after infidelity. And yes, we're going over the biggest mistakes and patterns that they make, but we are also going to learn what to do about it. So grab yourself a nice soft drink and a notepad or whatever it may be, and let's get to work. The very first mistake and patterns that couples fall into is they do not actually prioritize the recovery. They do not actually prioritize each other. They do not actually prioritize that conversation, that meditation, that quality time together, whatever that may be. Is what we do is we start off strong and we commit and we say, yes, we're going to do all of these things, and we do them for a while, but then eventually we fall off and we go back to our old ways. And the reason why that is because if it's not trained, it's not sustained. If it's not who we believe we are, then we're not going to continue to do it. We're just going off of our own will. But if what's missing is a structure. You see, there's no structure. And if there is no new structure to replace the old structure, then the old structure will persist. And so if you want to restructure your marriage and actually put it as a priority, realize that everything else that you put as a priority isn't actually a priority. You only think that it is, or it is a priority and you think that you can't prioritize your marriage because you have these other priorities. And you think that, oh, we can only do these things on the weekends or in the evenings, and that's it. Because we have all these other things. We got kids and work and all this other stuff. You see, well, that is the very reason. If that's what you thought, if you thought waking up and prioritizing my marriage and having those conversations, meditations, those actions, whatever it may be, with my partner, with my spouse, in the beginning of the day, in the beginning of the week, every single day, and prioritizing it, if you thought about that and go, can I do that? No, because this, and that. See, that's what's going to keep you stuck, is creating the reasons why you can't. We go all in and we say, I can do this, I can do that, and we're going to do this and we're going to do that. But then we find reasons why we can't. And so it's no longer allowing yourself to give yourself any reason, because those reasons are excuses. Okay, let's call it what it is right now. And those we may be holding on to. No, but those are reasons. But again, they are excuses why we are not prioritizing the marriage or relationship, those actions, whatever it may be. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to begin structuring our schedule. We're going to actually put it on calendar for what exactly we are going to do, what day we're going to do it, how we're going to do it, and why we're going to do it, and be very intentional of doing it together. And it's not about just prioritizing your marriage or relationship. What you are doing is you are prioritizing becoming the person that does. Second mistake and pattern couples fall into is they think that only talking is going to heal or rebuild the trust, when it actually doesn't. Yes, you guys can have conversations and talk about the past and talk about the pain and talk about the future and talk about everything. But what we can do sometimes, oftentimes, is stay talking about the same things, and the conversations, they lead to the same places, and they just continue to be had with no resolve. And yes, it's good to talk these things out. However, the reason why we're having the same conversations is because nothing is being understood, nothing is being validated, or nothing is being finally resolved, because we are not taking advantage of these conversations and realizing that they are opportunities to heal. They are opportunities to secure insecurities. But what we do is we go, well, we want to make things better, and we want to make them feel secure, and we want to make them feel all good and all of this stuff. And so we don't want to further investigate the pain, to understand it, to fully understand it, so that we can validate it and reach some kind of resolve. And so understanding, what I would love for you to do is this right here. In the conversations, find out what they're really about, what my spouse is really trying to say, what the belief they have now is, what the fear, what the insecurity, what it exactly is deep down that they are holding on to. For example, if you and your partner are having a conversation, it's emotionally intense, maybe something earlier happened that made your partner feel upset, and then investigate it and find out exactly why. What did it made them what it made them think, what it made them feel, what it made them want to do. Because what we are doing is we are trying to uncover the insecurity to secure the insecurity. And what that may be is early, for example, it'll sound like this: earlier, when you walked out the door and you didn't kiss me, you just kissed me on the cheek and you said, bye, I love you. And you walked out. It just made me feel like you just didn't even want me anymore. Or I'm just not attractive to you anymore. Right. And you go, okay, why would that make you think that I'm not attracted to you anymore? And in what way would I not be attracted to you anymore? To further go in to understand exactly what that is. And when you do that, you may find out that deep down inside, my betrayed spouse has an insecurity about themselves, about the way they dress, about their weight, about their hair, or whatever it may be. Maybe it's they're insecure about their personality now, because you guys don't have all of those laughy, jokey conversations. And now when you kiss them on the cheek, it made them feel insecure about their personality, because now they're thinking all and feeling all of these things. And that's where you go in there and you secure them. And you find out, when talking to the betrayed spouse, you find out, wow, my betrayed spouse thinks that I'm no longer attracted to them because X, Y, and Z. They think that I don't care about them because I don't talk to them like I used to, or I didn't start conversations, or I don't start conversation, and it makes them feel X, Y, and Z. And so I'm sorry I made you feel that way. Now I understand that when I do this, it makes you feel this, this, and that. And I don't want you to feel that, because I do care about you. I do love you. I do find you attractive, whatever that is. And I'm going to show you that. And I want you to know that, because that's what it is, and I'm here to secure that, and we're here to sort that through. And I'm sorry that you felt that way, but that's not what it is. I understand how you felt that way, but here's what we're going to do about it. You see, instead of just going on in those conversations and those continue to happen and nothing ever gets resolved, no, we are going to use those with direction and to secure the insecurities and to train new beliefs, train a new identity, train a new pattern, so that we resolve conversations. We do not just keep repeating the same ones. And last one for today, one of the biggest mistakes that couples make is thinking that they can just decide that they are going to change. And this goes for everybody. You do not decide you are going to change. You train yourself to change. That means you are training your nervous system and your subconscious mind to become a different person. Realize that your nervous system and your subconscious mind are built-in systems that are running automatically. And when you are trying to override those systems without understanding those systems and building new systems, then it's going to be very hard to continue to implement the new system, okay, without structure. And so with the structure, that means you are training yourself, much like you train your body in the gym. You go to the gym to train your body. Well, you are also to train your mind. You are trained to train your nervous system and your subconscious mind to then become this person, to then adopt these new behaviors, both in moments of calm and in moments of stress, where we implement our new beliefs, we implement our new patterns, our new identity in what we do moment to moment. So then we train our nervous system to respond different. We train our subconscious mind to identify differently. We train our brain and our body to develop new patterns with repetition. And yes, it takes focus, it takes concentration, it takes dedication. But if you are willing to do the work to become the person, you will get that person's results. That's it for today's video. If you and your spouse are absolutely serious about rebuilding the trust, then you will implement what we went over in today's video. Not just turn off the video and go back to the regular pattern or routine. I encourage you, I challenge you. What are you going to do today, right now, to build the structure to make sure that what broke the trust the first time does not break it again, so that you both are to rebuild the trust and make sure that you guys recover fully and fall back in love and get everything that you guys want. That's all for today's video. I'll see you in the next one.